Purpose is to find and obey God's purpose for us. You see, I don't care what this horse can do. I only care what a rider can do through this horse. And God's not impressed with what we can do. He's only impressed with what he can do through us.
The other interesting body language that this horse is showing is that before his ears were pricked forward on what was going on. And ever since Skipper started saddling him, his ears are back. And what I didn't hear Skipper just say is one of the things he does is he doesn't pull that cinch all the way tight. The first time, he moves him around to give the skin that's probably rolled under it a chance to stretch, and then he will cinch him again.
Rather know now than later. I want him to go and me be able to turn his head back. If you had a halter on him, I'd have never got him turned right then. If he's going to do something silly, I want to be able to turn that head. You just let him think about that for a minute. One of the least used training techniques is when you do something, just stop and let the horse think about what just happened. But we just keep going, keep going, keep going. A lot of times when I'm doing a demonstration or talking or church, people just think, I want to take time to talk. No, I'm using this as time to let him think about what's going on. He's got a bit in his mouth. You know, he's got a saddle on his back. Don't know what's coming up next.
Oh, that's a rotten thought. Harley, you better run fast.
I'm glad Deb Butler didn't see that look.
Come on, Harley. We've done this before. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to give Harley the flag or the horse.
What did you decide?
I gave him the flag.
Don't forget to tighten that cinch again, please.
Good idea.
I tried to warn him before.
Harley, just know that if he gets hurt, you're preaching next Sunday. Just saying.
Skipper, that might have solved your problem.
Of course, I felt so bad. I actually went to bed at 11 o'clock yesterday morning. I felt so bad. And I got up this morning and I asked Kathy, you want my notes? She said, no, we'll just cancel Sunday. Do I want my spurs? No. I would have years ago, but not today. Okay, what we're going to do is because there is an issue with people being higher than the horse. Horses are scared of things that are up above them. In fact, let me take that flag and put it above him a couple of times and see what he does with that. Because it just kind of tells us where he's at mentally. You can desensitize a horse to anything. I mean, the white horse, you can put fireworks off under his tail and he's okay. But something brand new, he's still scared of it. And horses are normally scared of things that are up high. See the difference? This is a cute story that I tell. The first time I ever tried training a horse by driving them. What I'm talking about is you saddle them and you get some real long reins, or, you know, I go to Walmart, buy the cheap rope, make me 2 long driving reins, and you can stand in the middle and they go around you. The rope runs through their stirrups. I started to do it today, but I decided not to. But you can actually teach a horse that's never been rode to stop, turn, and back up and never get on his back. And I thought, man, I love this. I got on his back, and that son of a gun almost bucked me off. Because he still had never had anything up above his back. So, you know, I just made me a little plastic thing with a Walmart bag, and I taped it to my saddle horn. So everything he did, that followed him. Now, people, if you go home and try this, chances are he's going to jerk loose from you, run through your fence, and get hurt. Because they cannot get away from it if it's taped to them. That's pretty good. Huh, buddy? It's actually better than I thought. You know, one of the things that I've realized about this horse a little further away last week is when we put the rope around his middle, you know, he wanted to be reactive, but when we took the time to do it correctly, we could actually flank him and he didn't do anything. So he seems to want to do good. He's just not sure. So what I'm going to do is sit up here. And we're just going to work him back and forth a little bit. Harley, if you'll help send him. See, I'm asking him to go. Okay. Ask him to come back. And what I'm going to do is as he gets better at this, he's going to get closer to me. And what I'd like for him to do, eventually, is to stop up here next to me. But what we're trying to do, this is one of the advantages of starting a horse from on top of another horse. I used to like to do that a lot because you can actually get right next to him. And, you know, you can actually be sitting on one horse and put weight in the other stirrup or lean over the other one. It's whatever it's about is getting these animals used to something up over their back.
And one of the things that Skipper hasn't talked about yet, but while he and Harley are moving the horse back and forth, if you're working with somebody else, you have to make sure you're working with someone that understands how much pressure to put and not to put on a horse, and when to back off because it's too much, or when to step it up because the horse isn't doing what he should be doing.
Okay, it's just there right there a second. You know, his horse, you know, and it's okay. He's having to watch me and Harley. So he's kind of looking at both sides. This is the closest we got to him, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Now the idea of knowing how much pressure to put, I love Harley, and 4 or 5 years ago, I would have never let him help me.
Because Harley likes to be a prankster, if y'all haven't figured that out.
Well, I want to stand up for Harley here now. It's not Harley, it's most every cowboy.
Yeah, I can think of some people in the audience that would do the same.
I literally would hide and scare people's horses so bad if I this working cows, we didn't trail ride. you know, if we ever separated, this other guy, he didn't know where I was at. He pulled his pistol out. I had scared him so many times, he cussed me. You think I'll shoot you? Because I would now. Harley didn't have a thing on me. Basically, it's anything that a horse is not used to. Especially, you know, and I want to add this. It's the difference in horses. Now, some of you are riding some trail horses that this wouldn't bother a bit. You know, once in a while they might get into a slow canter. But we're talking about horses that are athletic, that you go in a dead run and go rope a cow or something. Their brain and their reflexes are a little different.